This model is still flying under the radar. Youtu-LLM, which we covered some days back, I believe was one of the good models released this year. Now the Tencent has released a vision version of this model, which we are going to cover in this video. This new vision language model in YouTube series introduces a groundbreaking approach to vision language modeling through its vision language unified autoregressive supervision or VLOS framework. We are going to talk not only about the architecture, but we are also going to test it out on various images. So let's get started. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype. I will kick off the installation and meanwhile we will also talk about this model. So this is my Ubuntu system. I have one GPU card NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. Again, if you're looking to get a GPU on rent for very affordable price, you can find the link to Master Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. So please do check them out. Let's go back to our terminal and I'm going to install all of these prerequisites. Make sure your transformer version is like this. This is going to take 3 to 4 minutes. While that happens, let's talk more around this model. So the model's architecture is very interesting. Look at this diagram. It uses a vision encoder and projector to process image inputs, which are then tokenized alongside text into a unified token space. This unified representation feeds into the Youtu-LLM decoder, which processes both visual and textual tokens autoregressively. There is a key innovation here, which lies in how the model handles vision-centric tasks. So what it does is, rather than adding task-specific decoders or modules, it uses the standard next token prediction or NTP framework, which is enhanced with multi-label and multi-task capabilities. So this whole thing, without going into all this mumbo jumbo of math and machine learning, the idea here is that it is using a code book that learns discrete representations through frozen encoders, and then it can predict masks, bounding boxes, and even depth maps quite easily. And also, if you look at this diagram, this gives you all the capabilities of the versatility across 12 distinct vision centric and multimodal benchmarks. And you can see the model has done pretty well at the tasks ranging from object detection to semantic segmentation. Semantic segmentation simply means to create detailed masks for scene elements like posters and roads. And then it has also got pretty good handle on depth estimation, visual grounding, pose estimation, and GUI agent tasks like in the user interfaces. So read through it. I think they have done wonderfully well. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook. Let's download the model. And the model is being downloaded. As you can see that there are 3 shards of it. So the model is done. Let's get the processor. Okay, so everything is now ready for our inference. Let me show you the inference code. So in the first one, I'm just going to ask it to show me and tell me what is the time on the clock. So this is the prompt. This is my local image. I'm just processing the input. Model is encoding it, generating the output, and then we are printing the output back. So let's run this. And the model has come back with a nice clean response, and the answer is correct, as you can see on the clock too. So the accuracy is pretty good. Let's check the VRAM consumption. So it is consuming just touch over 8 gig of VRAM, so pretty economical too. One of the forte of this model is object detection in great detail. So let's test that out. I'm giving it this AI generated image where I'm going to ask it to list all objects you see in the image. Let's see how granular it can go, because you can see there is a lot of things which are happening in this image. Okay, so the model has come back with the response. Let's check it out. It looks pretty good to me. So it has not only detected the object, it has also categorized them. So I'll just put this image here. Now you can see it has detected people and it has identified them as a shoppers and vendors. How good is that? So not only people are there, but it has categorized them. And then it is talking about market stalls with even coloring of these like red and green and all that. Some produce is there definitely on the right hand side and on the far stalls. Fish, this is a fish. This is really good. You see that it's not that visible. Even if I make it this bigger, you see only then we can check it out. So it has gone granular, which is quite impressive. Then it is talking about buildings, boats, street lamps. Where is the street lamp? Yep, there are few, even I missed them, you see. The street lamp is getting mixed with all of this, evening glow and the lighting and the color of the paint on the building. But still, model was able to detect it. There are few birds. Ocean is there, sky is there, cables are there, watermark. This sample one is there. Real good stuff. I think it has identified almost everything. Okay, next up, I'm giving it this bottle of cola and I'm asking it, I'm diabetic, can I drink this cola? By the way, never ask models about these sort of advice, but this is just for the educational purposes. So, what I'm trying to do is to see how the OCR is with this model. Now, I still believe if you're looking for OCR, don't use these vision models for OCR stuff. There are specific OCR models out there from various companies, including Tencent, so use them. But let's check it out. And there you go. So the model says, yes, you can drink this cola. As a diabetic, the bottle clearly says no sugar. So, yep, there is no sugar on the label, meaning it's sugar free, zero sugar cola. And then it is talking about sweeteners. And the good thing is this, that you should still consult with your doctor about artificial sweetener and monitor how it affects your blood glucose levels. So pretty good model, as you can see. Now the thing is that there is so much choice in vision models that it's hard to really decide which one is better and which one is not. I'm more than sure you're also wondering about it. First is that I have done a lot of comparison videos around vision models and I will be doing more this year again. So stay tuned there. I have a different directory and category for the comparison. Also, very quickly, check out how much VRAM resources you have, such as this one is just 4 billion, takes around 8 GB of VRAM. So if that is what your constraints are around hardware, maybe go with this one. If your use case is OCR, this is not the model for you. It has done well, but again, use specialized models. For object detection, for spatial reasoning, the model looks quite good. So many people ask me in the comments which model is good for this. It's very hard for me to answer because it depends on use case, it depends on your budget, a lot of factors are involved, and I really don't want to give any generic you know false misleading answer. And that is why I have defined this business inquiries contact. If you're interested, just reach out, happy to help out. That's it. Let me know what do you think about this model. Again, please like the video and become a member, and please follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype. Thank you for all the support.